I'm live here on this live stream here right now, and I want to talk about this whole Kansas City team, the Kansas City Chiefs team. Are the Kansas City Chiefs team playoff hopes are doomed? Well, since they lost to the Cowboys at Thanksgiving, that was on Thursday, November the 27th, and then they lost to the Houston Texans on Sunday night. It was the disaster for them, and now they are 6-7 in in this season, whatever they will have to call now in the AFC division. It just didn't seem right for them. It just didn't seem right for the Chiefs. Well, anyway, they went on to win 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 seasons. In the last five seasons, they had just won 3 Super Bowls. The one they beat the 49ers in 2020. They lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021 at Super Bowl 55, and then went on for the huge disaster, lost to the Bengals in 2022 in January. But then came back, they beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 57, and then beat the 49ers in Super Bowl 48. That was 2024. And then they lost to the Eagles in a rematch in Super Bowl 59. That was 2025. And now to this season, they are 7-6, and things didn't seem going right. The Chiefs dynasty may be over for good. And it just seems not work for them for sure. They are in serious trouble. And the only way they have to do this right now is get their season hopes, keep their season hopes alive. What is going on with them? I don't know for sure, but we're going to find out what it has seems like. How many games they have lost. Now, they're on the schedule right now, and they may be on life support. And it just seems like, boy, it is one of these times. We are looking for this. And we're looking for this, and they're going to be looking for the miracle. So here's what's going to go down here today on Sunday. On Sunday, they head home. They'll still be at home to face the Chargers, that the one that beat the Eagles last night. And boy, it's going to be a good match. So then on December the 24th, they're going to face the Titans at 1 o'clock. They're going to be on the road. And then they're facing the Broncos on Thursday night football game on Christmas night. Starts at 8:15. The Chiefs versus the Broncos. And then they're going on the last game of the season. They're facing the Las Vegas Raiders. The one we just saw about this. They got 4 more games to go. They got to win 4 more games, going 10-7, and that's going to be it. Hopefully, they'll be in the playoffs for real. But anyway, it is what it is. Lord, they are in serious trouble. The Chiefs are in serious trouble, and I gotta say, there's a whole thing that just went blah 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 blah. Patrick Mahomes doing the best they can. That he's doing his best to keep his team happy and keep this team in check. That is not happening at all. It's not happening at all for sure. The Chiefs are in serious trouble. They need to do something, and they gotta do something until the season's over with. They need to win 4 games. And on Sunday night, it was the disaster this morning I ever seen the whole thing I ever seen. Down 20-10 with a loss to the Houston Texans. But they need to do something right, and they need to do something right by then. But it is what it is. But now, let's take a look at what went down I mean, we're not going to have the whole stuff. We're not going to talk about it, but this season hosts for the Kansas City Chiefs are in trouble. Serious trouble. For real. And I mean serious trouble. Now, they're happening on week 14, and I see it say this, and I say it again. Now, take a look at this. Now, it says this. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive was going to be the difference maker in whether the Chiefs won against the Houston Texans in week 14 or not. Not that the game has concluded, it's clear that the offensive approach wasn't enough, but defensively, fans got just about was advisory. The Texans offenses scored 20 points against the Chiefs defense. But if the offense was to keep the game closer, this game left one be for the Chiefs due to their defensive performance. At the end of the day, it wasn't enough. But these three Chiefs of deserves their flowers to their job well done on Sunday. According to the Pro Football Focus Premium Status feature, several Chiefs defenders have what it looked to be on this top three, but only three could reign supreme. Now, just beating out linebacker Nick Bolton for the top three spots on the list, George Kelly had a strong performance against the Texans, playing in 56 defensive snaps. Killers have 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 1 quarterback sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 4 stops. In the eyes of PFF, Killers is under an overall grade of 78, with 1 defensive grade of 73.9, attack grade of 28.1, and pass rush grade for 68.2, and coverage grades of 68.5. Things could be improved upon, but for what it's worth, Keller's left it all out of the field. And it seems to show that this is how this game has just had played. But hey, it is what it is. And now the Chiefs are in serious trouble. They gotta find a way out to play an offense, or their season has come to the end. And what is going on? What about Andy Reid, the coach? That he knows about this? He didn't let this. He didn't let this thing go on, and that is what it is. I mean, hell, what the heck? And we go to Fox Sports, and it says this. Now, what I just saw about the Chiefs dynasty. The Chiefs dynasty is over. I really don't know. Or the Chiefs dynasty is potentially yes, but no, it is what the Chiefs dynasty has been built for years and years, and it's just not looking right for them. It's not looking right for them. They lost 2 straight games in a row since they beat the Colts. They beat the Colts 23 to 20, and then they're looking over to see what has happened so far so fast. Last night the Philadelphia Eagles are looking pretty good, but they lost to the Los Angeles Chargers when on Jalen Hurts threw the pick at the last play in the game, and they had the Eagles lost last night. So what has happened to the Eagles, and what has happened to the Chiefs, and what has happened to the Baltimore Ravens? They probably ain't gonna make it to the playoffs. No, sir. Not going to make it to the playoffs. And it just went. But it is what it is. It's happening so far, and that has happened. Now we're going to Travis Kelce and the Chiefs reacting after Sunday's back-breaking loss. And it says this. Now, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce started down at his fingertips while resting their elbows on his knees. A grasped instruction for knee to hip on his right pants. It was minutes after the Chiefs' 20-10 home loss to the Houston Texans on Sunday night at Arrowhead Stadium When Casely remained transfixing at his corner locker near the entrance to the team Charlotte one still in full uniform, he stretched the right finger on his right hand, keeping his gaze there for a second, 3 seconds before shifting his position once again. His head tightened downward, and he presses all 10 fingers into the crown of his head, leaving both hands down while lowering his gaze towards the floor. Casely, at age 36, right now, Casely, at age 46, future Pro Football Hall of Famer, one of the faces of the greatest dynasties in NFL history, say nothing, remaining along with his thoughts as he tries to proceed everything that had just happened. Now, that including Sunday, when on a critical fourth quarter drive, he went wrapping a catch-favorable pass into the hands of Houston linebacker Isaiah Al for back-breaking interception. Wow. And also, the entire 2025 season, in which a Chiefs team coming off 3 straight Super Bowl appearances suddenly finds itself with a disappointing, shocking. How this how does this happen? Seven? How did this happen? Seven, six, I mean 6-7 record? Well, that's a 6-7 record right there. Those around the case leads on Sunday night could since he needed a lift. Tight end Trey Watson came over to slap him on his shoulder pad before walking out. Cornerback Trent McDuffie, a team leader who left Sunday's game with a counter descension knee and didn't return, also patting Casely on the back, offering a few words on encouragement before heading to the front entrance. That's all painting a much different picture of the Chiefs locker room than in any other instances this season. Visually, there have been disappointment, frustration, but all that quickly rebuilt into a belief that it wasn't too late for the team to resuscitate great things. Cashley's emotions here, though, showing the change after Sunday's loss, and that was the embracing of the less some expectations. if nothing else, if nothing else, of the reality that this team no longer controls its postseason tendency with 4 games remaining. Boy, here's the map for now that says this. The Netflix playoff situation gives the Chiefs a 16% chance of making the postseason, that jumps to 53% if they win their final 4 games. Now, but even then, KC needs a perfect stretch run and had the football gods smile down when a couple of other teams collapsed down the stretch. It's essentially not as firmly in position for the Chiefs team that has made 3 straight Super Bowls and 7 consecutive AFC Championship games, on to have its 9 year streak of AFC West titles snapped Sunday. Now, Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, who had a rough night here that night, saying, "You're just getting late in the season." And Patrick Mahomes just saying about this. Now it says this, and you're not getting these opportunities back. Cashley turned down 2 interviews requests afterwards. Receiver Rasheed Rice, who also dropped a critical fourth down pass in the fourth quarter, left the locker room before reporters arrived. Mahomes said he wouldn't hesitate to trust either teammate in the future, even after Sunday's on-field letdowns. "I'm going to go to those guys in big moments," Mahomes said. "Those guys have made plays in Super Bowls. They've made plays in AFC Championship games. So obviously it didn't go our way today. I had a lot to do with that myself." Whether he meant to or not, Mahomes got to the crux of a perplexing season for the Chiefs. How exactly has a team built on Super Bowl wins suddenly forgotten how to play in close games, or struggling to make plays in the biggest moments after going 12-0 in one school games just a season ago? The Bradford platter continues Sunday, with the Chiefs failing to capitalize on numerous opportunities to win a game that was tied at 10 extra the fourth quarter. Mahomes said after the game, "You got to be able to make this stuff happen, and we haven't done that enough this year." And that's what he's saying. The Chiefs haven't done enough. They haven't done enough. It's been a rough season. I mean, it's been going up and down, up and down. Now they're 6-7 in the season. They have to win four straight games, and this season is done. Hopefully, they'll make it to the playoffs. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. The Chiefs have never do anything, and they try everything they can to take it, and otherwise happen. Mahomes essentially gutting it out as much as he could, battling through a left knee injury that he eradicated on a few scrambles. Afterwards, Mahomes wobbled that same knee a bit at his locker when trying to prove some short-term relief. There was other oscillations, too. The Chiefs were down three starting offensive linemen. They lost backup left tackle William Morris on the first offensive snap with a knee injury. Morris didn't return and was in the locker room on crutches after the game. It all left Mahomes trying to accomplish a whole lot of offensive on his own. So he ran a lot. He rushed 7 times for 51 yards, nearly doubling the total of any other Chiefs rushers. But he was also let down a lot. That included those critical drops by Rice and Casely, with the allowing turning into the game-selling interception. Now, he's made that play. He's made that play 99% of the time, Mahomes said of Casely. And I got to give him a better chance with a ball, maybe more on his body. Casely's Bobby was strangling reminiscent of the Week 2 played against Philadelphia, where he would definitely react and catching the ball pass to the Eagles defender in the red zone for the biggest momentum chainsaw in a 2017 KC home loss. Chiefs coach Andy Reid stood behind both Casely and Rice after that drop Sunday. The ball went through their heads. The ball went through their hands. It happens, Reid said. But those guys are great players. Hey, how's it going? How's it going with you? How's it going? So, as we has just saw, this this Kansas City team could be in trouble if they don't make it. Then they're done for real. They are done for real, and I gotta see what is going on. What the hell is going on with KC? How could they go and respond? They gotta win 4 straight games, and that's it. Or otherwise, there's gonna be something going on. No, Casely's wife, Travis Casely's wife. I mean, no. Travis Casely's girlfriend, Taylor Swift, is watching. And boy, oh boy, it's been a blast. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing all good. That shows 67. But anyway, that's all. The whole thing is going to go on, and it's going to go on for real. And at the end of at this season for the Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia has just lost. Philadelphia Eagles. Let's take a look. Jalen Hurts and his team. Man, the Philadelphia Eagles need to get right. Now we go to this one. And boy, they just lost to the Bears. That was on Friday, November the 28th. And then they lost to the Chargers, they are 8-5 right now. They're 8-5. It's just never happened. And boy, oh boy, it has been a blast. So we're gonna go to the player. So I'm going to the playoff picture right now and see what this is all about. And boy, it is what it is. Boy. Hi everybody. But look, we take a look at the playoff hunt right now. In the hunt, Broncos. The Broncos on the hunt. They're number one. Rams are number one. Broncos are 11-2. The Rams are 10-3 now. And the Packers are 9-3-1. And the Patriots are now 11-2. They are fourth place in the AFC East. Broncos are number one in first place in the AFC West. Rams in first place in the NFC West. But boy, it's absolutely going. It's going to happen so far, and that's okay. But as you see right now, the Broncos and the Rams are in the playoffs, and this could be the bye week. Now on the bubble, the Colts are 8-5, Lions are 8-5, Ravens are 6-7 in the NFC North. Bengals are 7-6. They're in second place in the NFC South. The Chiefs in big trouble. They 6-7. Cowboys 6-6-1. Dolphins are 6-7. Vikings are 5-8. And the Bengals are 49. And the only thing they have to do is win some more games. Now, as you can just see right now, once again, Broncos are 11-2, and the Rams are 10-3. They're in first place. They're both in first place. Patriots are 11-2. They're in first place in the NFC East. Packers are 9-3-1. They're in first place in the NFC North. Jaguars 9-4. They're first place in the AFC South. Eagles 8-5. They're in first place in the NFC East. Steelers 7-6. They're in first place in the NFC North. Buccaneers in first place in the NFC South. They're 7-6. The Chargers are 9-4. They're in second in the NFC West. Seahawks 10-3. They're in second in the NFC West. Bills are 9-4. And the 49ers are 9-4. They're in third place in the NFC West. So this game has just gone to the inside right now. And boy, it has been a blast time. I'm doing okay. So right now, yeah, I'm doing the interviews, I'm doing the live stream, I'm doing a live stream on the Joseph Crudup Show. So now she's gotta win 3 straight games or their season is done for sure. That's gonna be it for now. Joseph Crudup. And that's been a blast to talk to y'all. It's been less than 25 minutes. So now, that's going to be it for now. Joseph Crudup here. Please subscribe to this video. I'm on live stream right now. And I hope you're having a great time. Until then, I'm Joseph Crudup. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Until then, take care and peace out.